Welcome to Dad's Got Dementia Situation Saturday. So, when you stay up and you party all night at 80 plus years old, what do you think you get in the morning? Well, I have to describe our morning this morning with my father. First, my sister has taken my mother away for a few days. She's in Las Vegas visiting her sister and her niece and nephew and having a wonderful time. So she is usually home with my dad, and so it's always good for her to get away. So that's where she is for the weekend, and my other siblings and I are at home caring for my dad. So last night, my sister and I spent the night, and so today we're supposed to get my father up and bathed. I think I've mentioned before how important it is to stay on schedule so he knows what to expect and when to expect it. Well, that normally works, but all the stars were aligned for disaster to happen, and it did. So this morning, well, first of all, my father stayed up all night, dozing in and out, but he's talking, singing, happy as a little lamb until this morning when he finally got that good sleep in and he was just knocked out, I guess about 5:30. And so our routine, of course, we get him up at 8 o'clock every morning. So this morning we attempted to do that, myself and my sister, and we have a caregiver, a male caregiver now, and so he is helping us. Well, first of all, normally it's not just one of us girls and my father. We always have either my husband or one of my other brothers, because my father's just too big of a guy for us to manage if he's uncooperative. Well, again, you party all night, and what do you get? You get an 80 plus year old whose cognition is on fleek and who will not participate. Okay, so let me explain what fleek means in case you don't know. Most of the time it means, or it's used in reference to, say for instance, my makeup is on fleek, or my clothes are on fleek. It's a term most of the younger kids use, but I decided to use it today since we were up partying all night like we were in our 20s, and we cannot even handle it. He can't, we can't, we're all just like crazy right now. So his cognition this morning was on fleek, which means that he was at the top of his game and understood what's going on, and he didn't want to get up this morning. So he refused to get up out of the bed. We managed to kind of get him and shift him to the end of the bed so he's like sitting with his feet on the floor. But then he just totally just would not cooperate. He refused to get up, and his exact words were, "I ain't gonna do it." So he ain't going to eat, and he ain't going to take a shower, and he ain't going to stand up. So that was our morning this morning. Now, I know I've told you all many times how not only is a schedule very important, but also flexibility. You have to be able to adapt to your situation. So this morning, he ate his breakfast on the side of his bed, unbathed and all. He ate that breakfast and he loved it. And once he was done, well, I did call in the cavalry. First of all, did I say that? We called my brother, and he's about 20 minutes away. So while he was on his way over to work with my father, we decided he needed to eat. So we fed him his breakfast, or he fed himself his breakfast on the side of his bed. And then when he was done, my sister said, "Okay, Dad, are you ready to get up?" And he said, "I am." So he stood right up. We walked him into the bathroom, and as soon as we sat him down on his shower chair, my brother walked in, and all is well. All is well in our household right now. but he is definitely sleeping, taking a nap. I had to come home and get dressed really quick, but he's taking a nap and relaxing, catching up on his sleep from partying all night. And so we hope today, the rest of the day, will be a much better, smoother process, and we think it will. He was able to talk to my mother on the phone. He was purring like a little kitten. You would have never known that he ain't going to do something this morning. But he was so sweet to her. He misses her and was so happy to hear from her. And he is just resting now and is so peaceful. So I think a couple of points here I want to point out is one, your caregivers have to go away. They need to get away and relax. Two, you have to be flexible. You never know what's going on with your loved one because they're not always able to verbalize. But we were able to put the pieces together and know that one, he was tired from being up all night, dozing in and out, singing and happy as a lark. And two, he did miss my mother. So we had to be considerate of those things and know that we were in for trouble this morning because we kind of set ourselves up there. So anyway, hope these tips help you. I got to get back over there to my parents' house so I can help my sister. He should be coming out of his nap any minute now. And I want to make sure I'm there to support her and to make sure that he's happy and fed and all of those things. So this tip should hopefully help one of you and pass it on because there are others that need to know flexibility is everything and you can't lose patience. Until next time on Dad's Got Dementia, we'll talk to you then.